Good afternoon, gang. Dave Gupple, Thinker Farmer here. It's Friday afternoon, March 10th, 2023. This is the Knob Hill Farm, and it connects to the Neal place as well as the Courts place. This is one of our spring calving cow herds. We've got 110 cows, 40 replacement heifers, plus all their calves. And I just moved them, just rolled up a wire. You can kind of see the graze line there. And so this paddock that they're in right now is roughly 15 acres. I split it into 4 sections. And Wednesday, so today's Friday, as I already said, they were just over the hill. I went ahead and fed 2 bales in the previous paddock, and I knew it was going to rain Thursday, and I wanted to feed them some hay through the rest of the week. So I went ahead and unrolled 1 bale in the paddock that they were in yesterday, which is Thursday, and then another bale here in the paddock they're in today. And then you may or may not be able to see, but I'm not in a good angle. The line is just, yeah, you can kind of see where that reel is on the fence row there, and the line kind of next to those trees in the distance. And so that's the third paddock, or third split. And I went ahead and gave them 2 bales in that paddock, because when I moved them in there Saturday, I'm not going to come back Sunday. And so 2 bales plus the paddock I gave them is going to be enough to hold them over till Monday. And then the last paddock will be Monday's paddock. And so made 3 trips with the tractor and fed hay essentially for 4 days. Wanted to talk a little bit today about this tweak to our mineral feeder. So normally we just have these circular mineral feeders, and they work pretty well. They're easy to move around, except when they've got mineral in them. And I wanted something a little more portable. During the winter time, it doesn't matter as much, because we generally use the trucks. The ground's frozen. We just pick it up and drop it on the back. But when you got a little 4-wheeler and you have to set it on the 4-wheeler, it eventually will wear the seat out and get in your way. So what I decided to do was go ahead and just play with the design. And I'm curious what you all think. I've already in my mind imagined some things that I could have done to make it simpler that I think would have been better. I wanted to make sure that number one I don't want the cows to flip it over. I really wanted to put the mineral feeder up on runners so that it would pass over grass more easily, but I'm concerned the cows will get their nose under it and flip all the mineral feeder over. And so I kept it kind of low to the ground, so it has 2x4 runners. And then in the back, of course, I just throw a chain around and then tie it to the 4-wheeler. I could attach a chain, and this is just a trial run. I fully expected, when I did this 2 weeks ago, I fully expected the cows to destroy it in one day. That's just how, that just can be how things go on the farm sometimes with experiments. And then in the back, I went ahead and put an extra 2x4 raise in the back, so that when you're pulling it behind a 4-wheeler, it's going to pick up in the front. In the back, I want a little more clearance when we have taller grass. Anyway, it's an experiment, and it may just flop, but I'll learn something from that. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk a little bit about here. Is I've mentioned before the power of incrementalism, but I want to essentially throw another word out there, which is Kaizen. It's something that is it's a word that's used by the pretty well-known company Toyota, the car manufacturer company, and they are constantly focusing on Kaizen in their business model. Kaizen means constant improvement, and so you should always be tweaking. You should always be looking for a way to reduce waste, make things simpler, and just constantly improving and sharpening your saw. And for me, that's what this mineral feeder tinkering around is. Anyway, and on the topic of constant improvements, I might as well mention, so our mineral, we do 2 things for our cows here. We give them salt, just regular, we get it from the, I'm trying to think of the brand. It's from Kansas City, salt company. It doesn't have the the caking agent in it. And then over here on the right, what you're looking at, wish I had a cameraman, is this is a mineral mix we're getting from Ralco. Roy Winkler is the gentleman, the salesman with him that helped us out. And essentially, Alan wants to experiment this year with a mineral mix. It has garlic in it, it has essential oils, and then during the summer months, I'm trying to think what else is added to it, but it's supposed to boost the cow's immune system and help them with diseases and just things in general, good for their health. So anyway, we're going to experiment with that mineral mix and see how it works this year. So far, the cows absolutely love the mineral mix, and Alan's been watching it, and it looks like the consumption of mineral overall is starting to drop, so hopefully they're getting their fill of it. If they're constantly going through the mineral, that could become very expensive. So anyway, that's another little area of constant improvement, tweaking, experimenting with different mineral mixes out there, and we're just going to see what works and what doesn't. Yeah, that's one of the young replacement heifers. What's up, girl? Well, gang, I hope you have a great weekend and do something fun this weekend. Enjoy the day, hopefully enjoy some cows if you can. Blessings for the journey and keep it real.